In Japan, year 1617, at the Hasashi compound, a warrior named Hanzo lives a quiet life with his wife and children. For a moment, everything feels peaceful, but that peace doesn't last when a group of assassins suddenly storms the compound. Sensing the danger, Hanzo's wife quickly hides their infant daughter, hoping to keep the baby safe. Moments later, a ruthless man named Bihan finds her along with their young son. He demands to know where Hanzo is. There's no answer. And without hesitation, Bihan kills them both. Not far away, Hanzo hears the disturbance and rushes back, but when he arrives, it's already too late. His wife and son lie lifeless, frozen by Bihan's power, but there's no time to grieve. Hanzo senses the assassins are still nearby. One by one, he confronts them. After cutting down the first wave, he takes his blade, ties it to a rope, and turns it into a deadly weapon. With precise and fluid movements, he takes down every attacker in his path. Then he finally comes face to face with the man responsible. Bihan tells him that his entire clan is already gone. Hanzo, filled with rage, makes a promise. No matter what, he will kill him. And so he throws his blade and the fight begins. Their movements are fast and calculated, each strike meant to end the other. But Bihan's ice power gives him the edge. In the end, Hanzo is overpowered and defeated. With his final breath, Hanzo tells him one thing: to never forget his face. And with that, Hanzo falls, his soul dragged down into the Netherrealm. Not long after, the god of thunder, Raiden, arrives at the ruined compound. But Hanzo's body is nowhere to be found. Amid the destruction, something unexpected: Hanzo's infant daughter is still alive. Without hesitation, Raiden takes the child into his care and disappears, ensuring her safety. Years later, in the present day, we meet a former MMA fighter named Cole Young. He's preparing for another match, stepping into the ring with determination. During the fight, Cole nearly secures a win. But in a sudden turn, his opponent counters at the last moment, costing Cole the match. Far away in Outworld, Bihan is summoned by his master Shang Tsung. There he learns of an ancient prophecy, one that speaks of the bloodline of Hanzo Hasashi. It foretells the rise of a new generation of Earthrealm champions who could stop Outworld from claiming its 10th victory. If that happens, Outworld's conquest of Earthrealm will fail. Determined to prevent this, Shang Tsung gives Bihan a clear mission: travel to Earthrealm and eliminate every remaining warrior before they can rise. Back in Earthrealm, a man named Jax approaches Cole, telling him he could have won the fight. As Cole prepares to leave with his daughter, Jax asked him about his dragon logo. Cole's daughter calls it a birthmark, and Cole briefly shows it before they go. Later that night, Cole and his family sit down for dinner at a small restaurant. Outside, Jax watches them from his car, keeping a close eye on them. Then something strange begins to happen. Snow starts to fall. It's unusual and far too early in the season. And quickly, it becomes clear this isn't normal snow. It's Bihan, now known as Sub-Zero. Without warning, Jax rushes in and pulls Cole and his family to safety. Confused, Cole demands answers. Jax shows him the same dragon mark on his own body and explains whatever is out there is hunting them. He tells Cole that the mark means they've been chosen to fight, but there's no time to process it. Sub-Zero finds them again. Realizing what's coming, Jax makes a decision. He stays behind to hold him off and hands Cole the truck, telling him to get his family somewhere safe. Before they part, Jax gives him one last instruction: to find Sonya Blade. After Cole and his family escape, Jax is left behind, alone, armed with nothing but his gun. Determined, he steps inside the building, searching for Sub-Zero, but he doesn't realize he's already walked into a trap. Without warning, Sub-Zero strikes. In an instant, the Ice Warrior freezes and shatters Jax's weapon, leaving him defenseless. With no other option, Jax charges forward and engages in hand-to-hand combat. He fights hard, but it's not enough. Sub-Zero is simply too powerful for him. The fight quickly turns, and Jax is overwhelmed. In the end, Sub-Zero uses his ice to crush Jax's arms, leaving him defeated. And just like that, another warrior of Earthrealm falls. Meanwhile, after safely getting his family out of danger, Cole sets out to find Sonya Blade, following the lead Jax gave him. Far away in Outworld, Milena reports back to Shang Tsung. She confirms that Sub-Zero has eliminated one of Earthrealm's warriors, but another has escaped. And so Shang Tsung gives a new order to send another assassin. Back on Earth, Cole finally tracks down Sonya at her hidden base. Inside, he learns that both Sonya and Jax were part of special forces. Sonya begins to explain everything: their discovery of other realms, other species, things humanity was never meant to know. She tells Cole that the symbol means they've been chosen to fight for Earth in something called Mortal Kombat, a tournament she believes is coming soon. Also in the hideout is a mercenary named Kano. Sonya reveals that Kano didn't inherit his mark. He earned it by killing the previous bearer. Not long after, the lights suddenly go out. In the darkness, Sonya notices something strange. The power switch is melting, as if something is burning through it. Then, without warning, something invisible attacks. Sonya fires her pistol toward the movement, and as the creature grabs Kano, it's revealed to be a reptilian assassin named Sazoth, a creature capable of turning invisible through camouflage. Sazoth quickly overpowers both Sonya and Cole, taking them down with ease. Meanwhile, Kano manages to free himself by using the creature's acidic saliva to melt his handcuffs. Now free, Kano faces Sazoth alone. To track the invisible threat, he lights a flare and stabs it into Sazoth, forcing the creature to reveal itself. With Sazoth now visible, all three of them charge at once. During the fight, Sazoth lashes out and grabs Kano with its tongue, but Sonya seizes the moment and drives a blade straight into its heart. Kano doesn't hesitate. He takes the knife and finishes it, pulling out Sazoth's heart, and just like that, the creature is defeated. After the brutal fight, Kano notices a photo of a temple and points it out. Sonya quickly asks if he recognizes it. Kano admits that he does. Sonya explains that the place in the photo is a temple where Earthrealm's champions once trained for a tournament known as Mortal Kombat. Still angry about being captured earlier, Kano refuses to reveal its location. He's ready to walk away, but before he leaves, Sonya makes an offer $2 million. Kano pauses, then counters with 3. A moment later, the deal is sealed. With Kano's help, the team travels to Afghanistan, and after a long journey, they finally arrive at the temple. There they meet Liu Kang, one of Earthrealm's current champions, capable of summoning fire from his fists. Liu Kang leads them inside Raiden's temple. Within its walls, Sonya discovers Jax, unconscious but still alive. Liu Kang explains that when he found Jax, it was already too late to prevent his injuries. Not long after, they come face to face with Raiden himself. Liu Kang introduces the newcomers as the next champions of Earthrealm. Raiden then reveals the truth. Their enemies have already claimed 9 consecutive victories, and if they win just one more, Outworld will gain control of Earth forever. Not long after, Liu Kang is suddenly interrupted. A cold presence fills the temple, and it's Sub-Zero. Liu Kang steps forward to face him, but the fight is brief. Sub-Zero quickly gains the upper hand and nearly kills him until Kung Lao intervenes, striking with his weapon just in time. Then, the situation escalates. Shang Tsung arrives, accompanied by Mileena. Before things can spiral further, Raiden appears. Shang Tsung declares that victory is already within their grasp, mocking Earthrealm's champions. But just as they prepare to strike, Raiden raises a powerful lightning barrier, sealing the temple and forcing them to retreat. With no time to waste, Liu Kang gathers everyone for training. He explains that if they want to stand a chance, they must unlock their inner power. He also tells Sonya that without the dragon mark, she won't be able to access that power, leaving her frustrated as she walks away. Meanwhile, Jax regains consciousness and realizes his arms have been replaced with metal prosthetics. Back in training, Kung Lao spars with Cole, easily overpowering him. Then it's Kano's turn to train with Liu Kang, but Kano doesn't take it seriously, treating the entire process like a joke. After the training session, Cole asks Liu Kang how he can unlock his own arcana. Liu Kang explains that it has to come from within your soul. Determined, Cole continues training with Kung Lao, but the outcome doesn't change. He's still overpowered every time. Meanwhile, Jax struggles with his new prosthetic arms. Frustrated, he calls himself useless, but Sonya reminds him of who he is. She shares their past in special forces, encouraging him not to give up. Later that day, the group gathers for dinner. Kano, as usual, starts mocking everyone, especially Jax and his new arms. But this time, Kung Lao pushes back, calling Kano all talk and no skill. Liu Kang adds to it, telling Kano that he's only here because he couldn't save himself, and that he should be grateful. For Kano, that hits a nerve. As the argument heats up, something unexpected happens. Kano suddenly fires a laser from his eye. Kano was shocked and happy at the same time. Despite all the insults, he's the first to unlock his power, and he couldn't be more proud of it. The next day, Cole trains with Kano, but once again, nothing seems to work. No matter what he tries, he still can't unlock his power. After training, Raiden approaches him. He then reveals a truth Cole never knew, that he is a descendant of one of the greatest warriors to ever live, a ninja named Hanzo Hasashi, the same man who was killed by the warrior that hunted Cole not long ago. Raiden explains that Hanzo's infant daughter was the only survivor, and for generations, the Hasashi bloodline and its mark has been passed down, eventually leading to Cole. Raiden disappointed. He opens a portal sending Cole back to his family. Meanwhile in Outworld, Shang Tsung gathers his champions, Nitara, a vampire who uses blood magic, Cabal, a fighter with incredible speed, and General Reiko. Shang Tsung tells them they must find a way to break Raiden's barrier. Cabal steps forward, saying he knows someone who can help, and it's Kano. Back at the temple, Cabal manages to speak with Kano alone. He tells him he's on the wrong side and offers him something far more tempting, wealth beyond anything he's ever imagined. And Kano, without hesitation, he agrees. Meanwhile, at Cole's house, a dark smoke begins to form. Then, a massive four-armed Shokan warrior emerges. Back at the temple, Kano betrays the group and disables the barrier. In an instant, Shang Tsung and his champions arrive. Determined to stop the prophecy, he orders them to eliminate Earthrealm's champions, and so chaos erupts. Jax faces Reiko, but the brute strength of Ryoko's hammer overwhelms him. Liu Kang takes on Cabal, struggling to keep up with his speed. Sonya, still without powers, fights Mileena alone, but she's clearly outmatched. Just as Mileena is about to kill her, she tastes Sonya's blood and realizes she isn't a chosen champion. To her, Sonya's life has no value. At that moment, Kano appears and turns on Sonya, firing his laser to bring debris crashing down on her. Meanwhile, Liu Kang continues to struggle against Cabal's speed. Elsewhere, Kung Lao faces Nitara. Calm and precise, he outsmarts her, forcing her straight into his spinning hat, ending the fight.
Flawless victory.
Back on Earth, Cole is alone against the Shokan warrior. He fights, but he's no match. Just as he's about to be killed, his wife steps in, striking the Shokan with an axe. Now the monster turns on her. She runs for the truck, but it's destroyed in seconds. And in that moment, Cole finally unlocks his power. The Shokan attacks, sending Cole flying, but this time he takes no damage. A powerful armor now protects him. With renewed determination, Cole fights back. He's still learning, still struggling, but then he adapts. He forms a blade. With them, he strikes, cutting through one of the Shokan's arms, and with a final move, Cole ends the fight. After the chaos settles, Jax rushes to help Sonya, who's trapped beneath a massive rock. He strains to lift it, calling out for help, but no one answers. Still, he refuses to give up. Pushing himself beyond his limits, something finally changes. In that moment, Jax unlocks his inner power. With newfound strength, he lifts the rock with ease and frees Sonya. Not long after, Raiden arrives. Without wasting time, he opens a portal for Cole. He explains to Shang Tsung that for centuries the Hasashi bloodline lives on through Cole. Then, Raiden begins teleporting the champions to safety, but just as Cole is about to leave, Sub-Zero intercepts him. At the same time, Shang Tsung captures Kung Lao and drains his soul. It happens too fast. Liu Kang and Cole can only watch, powerless to stop it. With no other choice, they're forced to retreat. Raiden brings the remaining champions to safety. There, he gives Hanzo's blade to Cole, believing the spirit of Hanzo may still fight alongside him. With no time left, the group prepares for a counterattack. Raiden separates the enemy, forcing each battle to happen one-on-one. Then Jax faces Reiko again, but with his newly enhanced arms, the fight is completely different. Jax overwhelms him with pure strength and finishes the battle decisively. Meanwhile, Cole takes on Mileena, while Liu Kang faces Cabal once more. At the same time, Sonya confronts Kano. Unlike Kano's brute force, Sonya fights with precision. She outsmarts him and manages to splash acid directly into his eye, disabling his laser ability. Furious, Kano overpowers her with raw strength, forcing the fight outside. Just as Sonya is about to lose, she grabs a weapon nearby and drives it straight into Kano's eye, killing him. And in that moment, the dragon mark appears on her. Elsewhere, Liu Kang finally gains the upper hand against Cabal. He kicks him into falling into a pit of black quicksand, trapping him in place. Then Liu Kang unleashes his massive flaming dragon that completely incinerates Cabal. Back in another fight, Cole continues struggling against Mileena, but before she can finish him, Sonya arrives and fires a powerful, ring-shaped energy blast, killing Mileena instantly. Back on Earth, Sub-Zero tracks down Cole's family and takes them hostage. Not long after, he appears before Cole, holding his daughter's bracelet, a trap designed to pull Cole straight to him. The moment Cole arrives, Sub-Zero ambushes him. Cole fights back, but the difference in power is overwhelming. Sub-Zero's ice abilities completely dominate the battle, leaving Cole struggling to survive. Still, Cole refuses to back down. During the fight, Sub-Zero notices that Cole is carrying Hanzo's blade. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Sub-Zero is attacked from behind. It's Hanzo Hasashi. He reveals that he has returned from hell for one purpose and is to avenge his family. Hanzo steps forward, revealing his face, and asks if he does remember him, because he is no longer Hanzo. He is now Scorpion. And with that, the battle finally begins. Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. The fight is brutal and deeply personal, but this time, Scorpion gains the upper hand. And as the battle continues, Cole joins him, and together they overwhelm Sub-Zero. For the first time, the Ice Warrior begins to lose control of the fight. Desperate, Sub-Zero tries to freeze Scorpion and turns his attention toward Cole, but Cole manages to stab him. At the same moment, Scorpion unleashes a wave of fire, saving Cole's family from being frozen alive. Then, in the final moments of the battle, Cole and Scorpion defeat Sub-Zero together. And to end it once and for all, Scorpion releases a blast of fire from his mouth, burning Sub-Zero to death. After the battle, Scorpion disappears, returning once again to the Netherrealm. At last, Cole and his family are finally safe. Moments later, Raiden and the others arrive. But they aren't alone. Shang Tsung appears as well. Before leaving, Shang Tsung gives one final warning. Next time, he won't return with just a few fighters. He'll come back with an entire army. This time, Raiden has heard enough. With a burst of power, he sends Shang Tsung back to Outworld. But even after the victory, Raiden makes one thing clear. The battle is far from over. Earthrealm still needs more champions. Sometime later, Cole leaves behind his old life and quits his job, saying that his next destination is Hollywood. And there, hanging on a poster, we get a glimpse of a new name, Johnny Cage. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie stories and recaps like this. And tell me, what movie should we cover next?